We are here with UIC head men's and women's cross country coach Ashley Lucas as the Flames prepare for the Horizon League Championship this weekend. Before we focus on the competition, I want to talk about an award that a couple members of the program got. Zach Zesniak and Allison Hansen both were named to the Horizon League All-Academic Team this week. I think it was the first time that the Flames had two people recognized in that group in quite some time. Just overall, what does that say about them, their dedication in the classroom, and how successful they've been?
Right. I think it's just a testament to, they're the prime example of what a student athlete is. They're dedicated both on and off the course, and that transfers to both sides of things. Their dedication to running transfers over to them being highly driven academically, and then just them being driven academically transfers over to them being leaders on the course. I mean, they've both been strong leaders for us on both the men and women's side, talent-wise with their running, but I don't think it's any coincidence that they are good students as well. They kind of work hand in hand. We benefit from having a very strong academically driven team both on the men and the women's side, and they're just kind of the leaders of that. So for them to get recognized, it's great for our program, and it's just great for both of them to be on the team as well.
And now shifting to the competition side of things, overall heading into Saturday's Horizon League Championship, what's your assessment of where the team's at?
Yeah, I mean, the attitudes have been great. I think last year, especially on the women's side, the pressure got to us a little bit, and we're going in a little bit more lighthearted this year, trying to keep the mood light, and just going kind of more taking this as an opportunity to prove ourselves, whereas last year I feel like we were trying to maybe exceed expectations that unfortunately we weren't quite ready for. So on both the men and the women's side, they've looked great the last 2 weeks. We've really been kind of sharpening things up as far as intervals go, doing some faster stuff. So they're both ready to roll. Their attitudes have been great, and both the men and the women are ready to get after it.
You mentioned a little bit there about what you've been working on, but kind of what overall has been the focus in training the last few weeks?
Yeah, I mean, the volume's definitely come down a little bit mileage-wise for the men and the women, and we've just really been focusing on some shorter intervals, quicker intervals, and like I said, we're just kind of sharpening up. All the training's been put in, so as I always say, the hay's kind of in the barn. We can't really get any more benefit from the training, so it's really just staying fresh, doing the little things, getting in the athletic training room, and things like that.
So the weather forecast for Saturday looks like kind of mid-40s, slight chance of rain. Mm-hmm. How do those potential conditions play a factor in the races?
Right. Well, personally, that's my favorite, because I really believe it levels the playing field, and that's really when you see people who are mentally prepared and just mentally tough rise to the occasion. We've had that weather all week, so the guys and the girls have been doing their workouts in it, and they've still looked great. They've all been mentally engaged in it, and we've kind of just been preaching like, hey, this is how conference is going to be, so we need to be mentally tough now, so that come Saturday, if those are the conditions, we're going to be mentally tough there. I've gotten some emails from the Oakland coach. The course, he says, for the most part, is in good condition, but we're prepared pretty much for any type of course condition, muddy, floppy. I'm all for a true cross country race.
And then finally, just what are your expectations for both the men's and women's teams at Oakland this weekend?
I mean, ours is just to have no limits on ourselves. I'm not a strong believer in rankings, so I think just going into it, putting yourself in the race, and then as long as you are doing what you need to do, I mean, we're definitely aiming for top 3 on both the men and the women.